Welcome back to the Pride of Villa. Today is the Aston Villa versus Newcastle preview. It's a must win game, and I just want to say before the video starts, I am going to be changing up the setting in a few weeks, well, in next week actually, because obviously, it's obvious that my set is just shite. So yeah, I want to improve it for the videos. Obviously we are on the road to 300 subscribers, so please subscribe to the channel. We've got 275 right now. It's been crazy the amount of subscribers we got over the last week, so thank you for that. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So Newcastle versus Aston Villa, a must win for both teams, purely because, well, for Newcastle's reasoning, they're in a relegation battle. They've got some major injuries, but even with those injuries being back, they still weren't really doing well. Basically, our reasoning for winning this game, we just need that confidence boost for the lads. Um, I think it's 50-50 whether Jack Grealish and Cash will be back for this one. Personally, I don't think they will. Um, you know, when the club says, "Oh, this player's going to be out for so long," it's never the case. With Grealish, they just said he had a bit of tightness around his feet and he just hurt. But it is an injury. They're just not saying what it actually is. So obviously, I think it's been around 3, maybe even a month since we found out about that. So obviously, that's not good, is it? But I think the group have got against Newcastle now, we should be going for the win and the clean sheet. I mean, if they couldn't even get a win against West Brom, so obviously the last 3 games Aston Villa have had, we've had a draw against Wolves, lost to Sheffield United, and a win against Leeds. Whereas Newcastle, they've had a draw against West Brom 0-0. If you can't even score against West Brom, what the hell? It's just not looking good for them. A draw against Wolves as well, which was a 1-1, and lost to Man United, which was a 3-1. But all that said, we both suffering injuries, or we're both suffering some major injuries. So obviously from our end it's Grealish, Cash and El Ghazi, and then from their end is Wilson, Almiron and Saint Maximin. 3 of their players that get most of the goals in the group. So obviously it's not looking good at all, and I do feel from a bit, 'cause obviously their manager is Steve Bruce, and we all know how he is. You know what I mean? But yeah, if there is any Newcastle fans watching this, I am going to be civil because I do feel sorry for you. Newcastle's a massive club and they do deserve to be in the Premier League, but from how you're playing right now, it's just destined for relegation. And I'm sorry for saying that, but it's just how it is. So if there is any Newcastle fans watching, these are the players you need to look out for. So obviously Ollie Watkins, who has been on form, all season basically. I mean, a striker doesn't need to get a goal each game to be on form. They can, they can do everything else. They can do assists, and he has done assists before in that. He has been on form every game basically. Traore, he's one of those players you don't always see him look around, but he will just pop out of nowhere and get a goal. Yes, the last 2 games he hasn't really done much, but he did actually get a goal against Leicester. Martinez, definitely the best goalkeeper in the league right now. He's only got one less clean sheet than Man City's goalkeeper. I'm sorry, I forgot what his name is, but it's just an incredible achievement for him. I still can't believe we got him. He's definitely the signing of the season, if not signing of the Premier League this season. Another player I've put in, which I do feel like he deserves to be in where, obviously, I do these things where I tell you all the players you need to look out for because they're on form. So obviously another player I've put down is Tyrone Mings. The last few games he's been amazing, and everyone knows I do criticise him a bit sometimes. I feel like sometimes he does lack that quality sometimes, but the last few weeks he's actually been real decent for us. Another player, obviously Target. It's just been incredible. I mean, last season, and I feel like the few first games of this season. I thought he was the weakest link, but right now he's been amazing, and I have to give him credit. And obviously Trezeguet, and the reason I put Trezeguet in, we've obviously lost El Ghazi for a bit, and obviously Trezeguet can fill in for El Ghazi, so I'll put Trezeguet down. And the last game, I thought he had a real good game, to be honest, for however long he was on. I feel like he lacked a little bit in the second half, coming to the last 20 minutes, but other than that, he was alright, to be honest. And obviously for the Villa fans, players for us lot obviously to look out for against Newcastle. Because obviously Newcastle have suffered some horrendous injuries. You know, we've got to go against the likes of Joe Linton, Fraser, Shelby, Dubravka. I feel like he's a decent goalkeeper, to be honest. Obviously, Willock, who is on loan from Arsenal, and Lascelles I've put down as well. But saying that, it does still look Championship to me. And, you know, hopefully if you do stay up, there could be a bit of investment in the club. And, you know, just build on the team. Because you do have something to build on, you know. You've got Saint Maximin, someone who I really want to have in our club. You've got Almiron, definitely a good upcoming player. And obviously Wilson, someone that we wanted to have. I think the news broke out a few weeks ago. He actually did sign for us today. He signed for Newcastle, which is bizarre. He just wanted to go to Newcastle. He's there, which is fair enough. But yeah, it's just if you can stay out this season, you know, you got some players there. You can build on it like we have. Obviously, last season we had some quality players. It was just the lack of wins. So last season we did have El Ghazi, we had Tyrone Mings, McGinn, Grealish, obviously. Players like that, and then obviously we built on it with Martinez, Watkins, Traore, and all these other players we brought in. Obviously Barkley as well. The reason I haven't put Barkley down is I haven't really seen much of him, but I've heard that apparently we are going to get him a permanent loan with Aston Villa, which I don't really have a problem with it. It's just I want to see more from him. I want to see him produce a few more things, whether it's assists or the odd goal here and there, but it's just, you know, the last few games, I haven't really noticed him. Of course, right now we are going to go on to the predictions for this game. So obviously I do a neutral's point of view, what I think a neutral would say, and what I think. So from a neutral, I think a neutral would say around a 1-0 for Villa. I think a neutral would definitely say it's going to be one of those games where we're both going for it. I mean, we aren't on the best form at the moment, and I wouldn't be surprised if a draw came out of this. It's one of them. I bloody hope he doesn't, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I think a neutral would say 1-0 to us. Probably scrappy one. You know, a goal coming from Watkins, whoever. But yeah, I think a neutral would say 1-0. My personal opinion, I'm going for a 2-0 Villa. Obviously, last game, we should have been 2-0 up in the first half against Wolves. And I think, you know, if that's how we're playing from now on instead of Grealish, we should be getting something in the first half. So if we're having a real good first half and then just holding on to it in the second half, I'm alright with that as long as we get those goals in the first half. So goals coming from Watkins, and I'm going to say, sure, I'll go with Barkley to get one, because I feel like this is a game he should be getting one. He was very close last game against Newcastle, getting one with that cheeky little flick off his shoe. But yeah, I think a 2-0, convincing as well. I mean, the only reason I'm saying this is, if you can't get a goal against West Brom with, you know, the team you've got now, obviously with the injuries you've got as well, you know, I feel like it's going to be one of them games where you just, I think they're going to go for it, but I feel like they're just not going to get anything out of it. I can see Newcastle really going for it in the first half, but, you know, I think we will get those goals. And, yeah, we'll seal the win. But all being said, I do hope Newcastle stay up. I can't see him going down, to be honest, but he's very likely at the moment. Personally, I am still sticking with Brighton going down, with the likes of Sheffield United. I'm not too sure about West Brom and Fulham right now. You know, I know people say to me, "Oh, why are you saying West Brom?" I can understand, but I can just see him escaping it somehow. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Hope you like it. In the next week or so, I will be in a new set, so be sure to tune in for those videos when I am. I just want to improve the camera quality and that, because I do look back at the videos and it's like, it just looks shit, I'm sorry. But yeah, hope you like the video, guys, and yeah, the next video will be instant match reaction, and yeah, up the Villa with the pride of Villa. We'll see you for that.